Let's make some ribs. Ribs in about 3 hours? No way. Yes way. Stick around, find out how. This prep is from some ribs I made over the 4th of July weekend for a neighbor's party I went to. So let's get into it. For this cook, we used 4 racks of ribs. I do like to use gloves when I cook. I use these black nitrile gloves. They're GloveWorks. I don't know. I've tried a bunch of brands. These seem to be the ones that I gravitate towards. They're 5mm GloveWorks. I'll maybe leave a link in the description for the Amazon link. So anyway, the method I use, I've done ribs a lot of ways. You know, when I first started cooking ribs, I was doing like parboil and things like that. As I started using the smoker over the last few years, I found a method that I actually prefer. They seem to come out pretty good. And that is doing them almost like burnt ends. So what we're gonna do is cut these ribs up all individually so they actually end up cooking faster. And then we'll season them all up, put them in a container of something to get them all seasoned up and let them sit for a little while. Here they are all cut up in this little container that I'm gonna season them with now. And my seasoning of choice is Meat Church. I use Honey Hog Hot and also just a regular Honey Hog. I've tried a bunch of different ones and I always come back to Meat Church. For me, it's got the best flavor. So I'll coat it with some hot and I coat it with the regular. All right, so these have been on for about 30 minutes and we're gonna go in and flip them. They'll probably take about an hour and a half to 2 hours directly on the grate, but we're gonna flip them every 20 to 30 minutes. When I lay them on the grill grate, I like to have them all kind of facing one way or aligned one way. It's kind of like the little OCD in me, but that way I know which ones or which ones have or have not been flipped as I continue to rotate them. All right, so it's been another 30 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and flip them again. This time I put actually my cotton inserts on because it was pretty hot last time. So anyway, the cotton inserts kind of help with the heat of the food itself. And it's much more comfortable. I mean, you still feel a little bit of it, but if you're gonna hold on to something that's super hot for a while, it's definitely not gonna prevent the heat from coming through that. But for just like touching things briefly, like this, flipping them, or say you're like cutting meat and you want to stabilize it with your hand, it's kind of what I do. Cotton inserts underneath the nitrile gloves are excellent. All right, we're about at the hour and a half mark for these now, so I'm going to head ahead and probe these. For temp, I'm looking somewhere between 165, 170. And because they're all individual, they're going to cook a little bit, there's going to be some differences in some of the pieces. So I'm just trying to take an average here of what the temperature is. and then make a determination of whether or not I'm going to leave them on or take them all off. Okay, so they've hit the desired temp I want. You know, there's an average of 167, 170. Some are a lot higher, some are lower. But they're all pretty much done. I think what I ended up doing is I left them on for a total time of about hour and 45 minutes. So now I'm just going to take them off, put them in a foil pan, and then take it to the next step. So the next step here is to add some more of the dry rub. And again, I'm going with the Honey Hog Hot and Honey Hog from Meat Church. I'm just going to give it a little sprinkle throughout there, try to get some more flavor in there. And then come in with my barbecue sauce. For this one, I'm using Sweet Baby Ray's. I've used a bunch, and there's probably ones that are better or worse or whichever, but the old go-to for me has been Sweet Baby Ray's, and it's come out with a pretty good flavor. So I'll go with that. And then the very end here is I add a stick of butter. I probably could have added 2 sticks on this one, but I'll just chop it up into little pats and just lay it kind of in there. I just feel like it adds a little bit of flavor. This one I'm using Kerrygold because there really is no other butter. Salted Kerrygold butter. And after that, it gets a tight foil wrap over the top of it, goes back on the smoker, same temperature, 250, for probably about 45 minutes. And here we are pulling them off the smoker in beautiful 4th of July weather here in Texas. They've been on for about 45 minutes, and this will be the final result. And of course, as always, the chef, you know, you got to taste test your stuff to make sure it came out okay. Yeah, these were a winner. So there you are. Those are the ribs. Those are my preferred way of cooking these baby back ribs. Call them party ribs or burnt end ribs or however you want to call it. But anyway, that's the method that I've gotten to, and it's been pretty good so far. Give them a try, leave a comment, let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the video, and until the next one, I'll see you.